Okay, so in this level, we do meet a new mechanic of the weak nuclear force. What can happen is that if you have a lepton, aka an electron or a positron, plus its oppositely charged W boson, what can happen is that you can make the neutrino of the generation higher. So, whoops. Alright, so an electron with a W plus boson, which I can make as an anti-down quark, can turn into a muon neutrino. Whoops. Okay. No. Oh, there it is. The charge managed to keep it in line. So when you see those big circles appearing, that's a neutrino, which happens when a W boson meets an electron or positron. Okay, so in this level, we've got to cause 3 annihilations, but the problem is you've got 3 anti-down quarks and 3 charmed quarks. So basically, this whole playing field is positively charged, which is going to make it really difficult to annihilate anything, because everything is negative. So even if, positive rather, and even if I decay these into down quarks which are negative, you still have your W plus bosons running around, which are going to either attract the down quarks again or repel the anti-down quarks. So you could, with a bit of kind of charge manipulation and pushing stuff around using your own charge, you could make the anti-down quarks and the down quarks formed by the decayed charmed quarks, you could annihilate them, or you could annihilate W bosons and that still counts as well. Obviously that needs data because and data you get from annihilations. Yeah, so even when those W minus bosons the W minus bosons decay, they leave behind, no, W plus bosons rather, they leave behind positrons which still keep everything positive. Okay, so, ooh, 2 annihilations. Note that as an anti-up quark, I'm perfectly safe now, because there aren't any things that can turn into anti-downs, anti-ups rather, turn into up quarks to annihilate me. Okay, so here I'm just going to line up around here. Alright, so here, oh, I should get out of the way. So here, what happens, I should pause, is that you've got to put a top quark into that circle. And like before, like the shooting star level before, except this time, to solve this level, you've got to upgrade an up quark twice, using firstly a W minus boson to make a strange, and then a strange with plus a W plus to make a top. And it just so happens that we can give off a W plus, a W minus first rather, and so pretty much we start with everything we need, we just need to do it before either it annihilates us or the other anti-up. Ugh, darn it. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so there's our top quark. Yeah, probably should have stood back a bit further beforehand. Okay, this is another one of those they spawn behind you levels. So the key is keep moving, and yeah, just keep moving for 60 seconds. Now, even though there are all of these antiparticle spawners, what's going to happen is you don't just have down quarks spawning now, you have pretty much every kind of particle spawning at you. So, pretty much, my best strategy is just keep it simple. Don't try and change into other kinds of particles, because then it's really hard to keep track of what you're trying to avoid. And yeah, just stay away from the other particles, and watch out for stuff when they annihilate. Thankfully, there is a kill barrier on the outside, so particles can be removed from play. So yeah, just keep running. And just be wary of charges. There's particles everywhere. Yeah. Okay. So in this level, we actually have to prevent 9 annihilations from happening, which is slightly easier said than done, because these are charge imbalance, so they will attract each other. So pretty much what I like to do is, I'll pause this. Using my positive charge, because this is negatively charged, I'm going to run over to the left hand side and try and keep this bunch of particles for as long as possible away from this bunch of particles by exerting an electric force to the left. Meanwhile, hopefully these stay away from this. It is really difficult to prevent any annihilations, but they do give you some buffer room with 9, so yeah, this is kind of hope for the best. And don't get annihilated, because that would be really bad. If you're really good, you could try prevent annihilations by converting stuff into different kinds of quarks, but I generally find that it's really hard to keep track of. Alright, so there's a bunch of... Ooh, made a neutrino. Also note that when annihilations happen, they also tend to make... they tend to also force stuff nearby to decay. So we just managed to get through this level with 2 annihilations to spare. Okay, I'll head over to the right hand side first. So again, this is another one of those Titan levels, but this time, instead of keeping a particle population down, we've got to make a top quark. Remember, to make a top quark, we've got to upgrade up with a W- boson to a strange plus a W+ to a top. These will keep spawning, so don't worry about running out of up quarks to upgrade. But do note that because we start off as an anti-down quark, just click on myself. We start off as an anti-down quark, so when we first change, we will release a W- boson, we will release a W+ boson rather, which won't interact with the up quark. So we've got to get rid of that W- that W+ first, and then collect some more data, and then we can use our 2 change units to make a W- and then the W+, all without being annihilated. Thankfully, there's plenty of data. Again, drag it. Watch everything fly. So first get rid of our W plus. And there is our top. So that is the end of chapter 7, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode.